So welcome back to another video. I'm Vic, your host. I was checking out the Spanish league table the other day and I noticed Real Betis are in third place. And we are now a little bit more than halfway through the season. I think we can say with relative confidence that this is a team to pay attention to. Even though you have Atletico, you have Barcelona, you have a Real Sociedad just behind them with one game to spare, and they can make it very exciting towards the end of the season. But let's take a look at how Real Betis actually have been able to come this far. So their success is primarily propelled by their goal scoring, and they're scoring a lot of goals, and it's been led by Fekir, Juanmi. Those are the top performers, and you can see here Real Betis, if we sort the league table by goals scored, they are second. The problem they have is their defense. So if you sort by goals against, they're only like middle of the pack, 25 goals against, which is pretty average. And their manager is Manuel Pellegrini. He's been there, I think, almost 3 years, at least a couple of years now. And he's been rebuilding this team. And we can take a look at the formation right here. If we go into the team screen over on whoscored.com. And you can see they've been playing the 4-2-3-1 in every single game. Take note that the player names you see here is only the top rated players in each position. So this is not necessarily the starting 11. So they have a back four with attacking fullbacks that will do a lot of overlapping. Then you have a couple of anchorman. You have three creative, like attacking midfielders slash forwards, who interchange positions. They try to be the creative force. Whenever they go on the attack, they will also contribute a lot, scoring goals. And then up top, they will have like a dedicated goal scorer, like Willian Jose or Borja Iglesias. Let's take a look at the player ratings so far. Top performer in terms of rating has been Nabil Fekir. And if you watch the highlights from the Real Betis games so far, you can watch every highlight over on their YouTube channel. La Liga has a great YouTube channel and a lot of content over there, so you can see highlights from every single game for free. And one thing that stands out by Nabil Fekir, he has been amazing. He is lethal on the set pieces. He is lethal on runs from behind, going on shots. He's trying to get the shots off with his left foot. He has 4 goals so far. He has also hit the post like 5 times. This is just up the top of my head, but I think from the highlights I saw from every game, I am pretty sure he hit the post at least 3 times. So he should have scored even more goals. And he's super creative with the assist as well. He can find space whenever there's tight space. He can use his skills to do the pass, to dribble a little bit, to get free, and then hit the open man. And he is the key to their entire offense. Even though they have a lot of other good players, Fekir is the key. Then you also have Juanmi, who is more like a winger, but he is super good at coming on these runs from behind and getting in scoring position. So he has scored 12 goals so far. So he will make a lot of runs from deep, he will cut inside and finish, he will make diagonal runs in behind the defense. He will also be a very good like secondary runner on set pieces. So whenever the ball is headed into the box from a set piece, he is very often in front of goal ready to tap it in, which is why he has scored 12 goals so far, and he is the second rated performer in terms of rating. So in addition to these two who play like the attacking midfielder slash forward roles, you also have Sergio Canales, who is also having a great season at 691. He has scored a couple of absolute bangers this year. If you take a look at the highlights, I mean, you're gonna really enjoy watching the highlights from Real Betis this season because they are attacking with such creativity. And Sergio Canales just adds to that the trio of creative players that they have behind their striker. So talking about the striker, they have Willian Jose, who can start. He can also come off the bench. He is also the penalty executor. Whenever he is on the pitch, he has scored like a couple of penalties. He is super deadly on those balls in behind when he gets one-on-one with the goalie. And in addition to William Jose, you also have Borja Iglesias, who also has scored a decent amount of goals. He is at 7 goals, which is second best on the team. And this guy is also very crucial in front of goal. Whenever he gets the chance inside the box, he is super dangerous. He will also take the occasional penalty. And you know, in addition to those guys we've talked about now, they have a couple of other players who will come in, contribute a little bit on the offense. You have Cristian Tello, who hasn't started all that much, but he's a solid option off the bench. And you have Joaquin, the veteran. And to try to balance these guys out, you have 2 DMFs, you have 2 holding midfielders, like 2 pivots, and those players are usually, you have Guido Rodriguez, the Argentine, and you also have William Carvalho. Andres Guardado can also start there. So you have 3 decent players at DMF. They can rotate, and they have 3 options. The fullbacks also contribute to the offense, so it's important to talk a little bit about them. You have Alex Moreno, who has been super influential down the left wing. He has a pretty good season so far. He's almost rated 7, and he has scored 3 goals, 2 assists. He has had a couple of absolute great games, amazing games, where he contributed a lot to their wins. And then on the other side, you have Hector Bellerin, who also do a lot of these overlaps. He hasn't scored any goals, but he has a couple of assists, and he will use his speed to get around and try to get the ball into the box. So in addition to creating chances by passing directly and quickly when they have the chance, they also use their skill in tight spaces to open up some chances and try to get chances inside the box. And they also use a lot of overlaps from their fullbacks. They do the delayed overlaps. They also have some set piece strength. You have Fekir hitting the corner kicks, the free kicks, and they will try to either head it directly on goal. They have scored like a couple of goals on direct headers. They will also try to hit the third man, to hit the second man run of Juanmi, as I mentioned. They try to go for the header to head it back inside, and Juanmi will be there, try to tap it in. And I think also a huge factor for all of this working is they've built a squad around the tactics, and they have the perfect set of players that complement each other very nicely. And you can see that on the highlights if you take a look at their goals. They have a little bit of everything. It's not a completely one-dimensional team. They will be able to score several different ways, and they are actually doing it as well. So kudos to Manuel Pellegrini and his team over at Real Betis for their strong start. A strong half-plus season so far, and maybe they will be able to hold on and secure that Champions League spot. I wish them luck, and it will be a very interesting team to keep an eye on. Just wanted to break this down for you, because I already did the research, so why not share it with you guys? What do you think about Real Betis this far this season? Let me know in the comments, and thanks so much for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.